Have you ever wondered if a building could tell a story? Not just a story of who built it, but the story of the universe itself, of human consciousness, and the path to enlightenment. Today, we journey to the heart of Java, Indonesia, to uncover the secrets of Borobudur, a stone monument that is not just a temple, but a guide to the cosmos. Imagine colossal mandala, a sacred diagram of the universe, rendered in 2 million blocks of volcanic stone. From the air, Borobudur reveals its true form, a stepped pyramid, a mountain of 1,000 statues, a testament to a faith that moved mountains, or rather, built one. This isn't just an architectural marvel. It's a three-dimensional textbook of Buddhist philosophy, designed to be walked, experienced, and understood with every step. Our journey, like that of the pilgrims centuries ago, begins at the base. This is the foundation of Borobudur, a massive square platform representing Kamadhatu, the world of desire. This is our world, the realm of everyday life, where we are bound by our passions, our attachments, and the endless cycle of cause and effect. As we begin our ascent, we are symbolically leaving this world behind, starting a climb not just up a physical structure, but up the ladder of spiritual awareness. From the square base, we move upward onto a series of 5 square terraces. This level is known as Rupadhatu, the world of forms. Here, the world of desire has been left behind, but we are still connected to form and name. It is on these terraces that Borobudur truly begins to speak to us through its most remarkable feature, the language of stone. Carved into the walls of these galleries are an astonishing 2,672 relief panels. If laid end to end, they would stretch for nearly 3 kilometers. This is one of the largest and most complete collections of Buddhist reliefs in the world, a library etched in stone. As we walk along these corridors, we're not just sightseeing, we're reading. These panels tell epic stories. We see the Lalitivistara Sutra, which narrates the life of the historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama. We follow his journey from his miraculous birth, his sheltered life as a prince, his profound realization of suffering, and his ultimate quest for enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. The detail is breathtaking. Each figure, each expression, each leaf on each carved tree is a lesson in itself, depicting the path of one man who transformed human consciousness. But the stories don't stop there. Other panels illustrate the Jataka Tales, a collection of stories about the Buddha's previous lives. In these past incarnations, he appears as kings, ascetics, animals, and even deities. Each story is a parable, a lesson in compassion, self-sacrifice, and the long, arduous journey of a bodhisattva, enlightened being perfecting virtues over countless lifetimes. Walking through these galleries is like watching a film on spool, with each frame teaching us about karma, patience, and the potential for goodness that lies within every living thing. The artistry is simply sublime. The sculptors of Borobudur were masters of their craft, capturing dynamic scenes of courtly life, serene moments of meditation, and dramatic encounters with divine and demonic beings. They created a visual encyclopedia of 9th century Javanese life, its clothing, its ships, its flora and fauna, all in service of telling a universal spiritual story. As we follow these narratives, circling each level clockwise before ascending to the next, we are participating in a ritual of walking meditation, absorbing the teachings, not just with our minds, but with our entire body. Having journeyed through the world of forms, we climb higher still, and the architecture begins to change dramatically. The square terraces give way to 3 circular platforms. We have now entered Rupadhatu, the world of formlessness. The ornate, narrative reliefs disappear. The walls become plain. The view opens up to the sky and the surrounding volcanoes. Here, we are meant to shed our attachment not just to desire, but to form itself. The physical world recedes, and we enter a realm of pure spirit and abstract thought. This formless world is populated by 72 bell-shaped stupas, arranged in 3 concentric circles. Each stupa is perforated, with diamond-shaped openings, allowing us to glimpse what's inside. Peering through the latticework, we can see a statue of the Buddha, seated in a state of serene meditation. They're partially hidden, representing a reality that is both present and veiled, a truth that can only be perceived through enlightenment, not directly seen with our ordinary eyes. These Buddhas are not telling stories anymore. They are simply radiating a profound sense of peace and tranquility that permeates the very air on these upper terraces. At the very summit of Borobudur stands the magnificent central dome, the main stupa. Unlike the smaller, perforated stupas that surround it, this one is sealed. Its interior is empty, or so it is believed. This final stupa represents nirvana, the ultimate goal. It is formless, timeless, and boundless. It is the void of pure consciousness, the liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Stand in era at the axis of this cosmic mountain. Looking out at the lush green plains of Java, one feels a sense of arrival, of completion. The entire journey, from the base of desire to this pinnacle of formlessness, maps out the path of the human soul toward ultimate freedom. The very architecture is a guide, a silent teacher leading us from the complex to the simple, from the material to the ethereal. The entire structure is a macrocosm, a model of the Buddhist universe with its sacred axis, Mount Meru at the center, connecting the earth to the heavens. But Borobudur holds one last, astonishing secret one that was hidden for nearly 1,000 years. Our journey began at the base, Komadatu, the world of desire. But what if I told you there's another level beneath that one, a hidden foot? In 1885, as part of a restoration project, the chairman of the Archaeological Society in Yogi, a man named Jan Willem Eigerman, made a startling discovery. While examining the base, he realized that the visible platform was actually a later encasement, built to cover up an even earlier original basi. Curious, his team carefully dismantled a section of this outer wall, and what they found was breathtaking. Beneath the visible platform lay another complete series of reliefs, 160 panels that no one had seen for centuries. This hidden gallery, now known as the Karma Vibhanga, depicts the law of karma in its most raw and direct form. The reliefs show the world of desire in graphic detail. Scenes of gossip leading to misfortune, acts of kindness leading to heavenly rewards, and acts of cruelty leading to horrific punishments. It was a visceral depiction of the law of cause and effect, the engine that drives the cycle of samsara. But here's the mystery. After being discovered, photographed, and documented, this hidden foot was covered up again. The prevailing theory is that the original base was structurally unstable, and a massive stone encasement was added shortly after its initial construction to prevent the entire monument from collapsing under its own immense weight. It was a practical solution to a critical engineering problem. So today, the Karma Vibhanga remains buried, its powerful lessons on karma hidden from view, protected by the very structure that makes Borobudur stand tall. It serves as a potent symbol, the foundations of our existence, the laws of cause and effect, often operate unseen, buried beneath the surface of our daily lives. The mystery of why it was covered, and the fact that it remains hidden, adds a profound layer of intrigue to this already enigmatic monument. It makes us wonder, what other secrets does Borobudur still hold? From its hidden foundation, depicting the laws of karma, to its narrative galleries telling the story of enlightenment, to its serene summit pointing toward nirvana, Borobudur is more than a monument. It is a pilgrimage in stone, an architectural representation of the human mind and the path to its highest potential. It reminds us that our own lives are a journey, an ascent from desire and attachment towards a state of clarity and peace. Have you ever stood before a mountain, not of earth and rock, but of human hands and spiritual devotion? We're journeying back in time to uncover the secrets carved into its very stones. Our story begins in the 8th and 9th centuries, during the reign of the Sailendra Dynasty. Picture this: no modern machinery, no cranes, no power tools, just sheer human ingenuity and an unwavering faith. The very foundation of Borobudur is built from andesite, a volcanic stone quarried from nearby rivers and hills. Imagine thousands of workers painstakingly cutting massive blocks from the earth. Each stone was a promise, a piece of a much larger sacred puzzle. But quarrying was just the first step. These stones, some weighing several hundred kilograms, had to be moved across the landscape, Historians believe a system of log rollers, sledges, and immense manpower was used. It was a slow, arduous procession, a pilgrimage of stone inching its way towards the construction site. Once there, the real artistry began. The builders of Borobudur were master engineers. They didn't use mortars or cement to bind the stones. Instead, they relied on a sophisticated interlocking system. Think of it like a massive, three-dimensional jigsaw puzzle. Each block was carved with incredible precision, using knobs, indentations, and dovetail joints that fit perfectly into one another. This technique not only held the structure together, but also gave it a degree of flexibility, which likely helped it withstand centuries of earthquakes in this volcanically active region. As the stones were being fitted, a legion of artisans was at work, carving the stories that would cover the temple's walls. They weren't just decorating. They were sculpting a spiritual textbook. Using simple chisels and hammers, they brought to life over 2,600 relief panels and 504 Buddha statues. Every curl of a robe, every expression on a face was meticulously detailed, turning cold stone into a warm, living narrative that you can still trace with your fingers today. But Borobudur's true genius lies not just in what you can see, but also in what you can't. Beneath the grand staircases and sprawling terraces lies a hidden leva, a subterranean realm known as the Kamadat, or the realm of desire. This entire base level, featuring 160 relief panels, depicting a world governed by cause and effect, by desire and its consequences, was deliberately buried. Why would they hide such intricate art? Archaeologists have a compelling theory. Stability. Early in its construction, it's believed the monument showed signs of To prevent a catastrophic collapse, the architects made a difficult choice. They encased the original base in a massive stone buttress, creating the wide processional path we see today. It was a brilliant engineering solution that sacrificed a part of the story to save the whole structure. This hidden foot wasn't rediscovered until 1885, offering a tantalizing glimpse into the temple's original design and the challenges its builders faced. From this hidden base, the journey upwards begins. The temple is a three-dimensional mandala, a map of the Buddhist cosmos. As you ascend, you move through different realms of existence. The square terraces you first walk upon represent the Rupadhatu, the realm of forms. Here, the walls are covered with those magnificent reliefs, telling the stories of the Buddha's life and his previous incarnations. You are still in the world of shape and form, but you're beginning to let go of earthly desires. Finally, you break through to the top. The square terraces give way to three circular platforms. This is the Arupadhatu, the realm of formlessness. The intricate carvings disappear. The view opens up to the sky and the surrounding volcanoes. Here, 72 perforated stupas, like celestial bells, each house a statue of the Buddha. They are partially visible, representing a reality that is both there and not there, a state beyond form and illusion. At the very pinnacle is the great central stupa, which is sealed. It represents nirvana, the ultimate goal, a state so profound it cannot be depicted. The entire ascent is a physical and spiritual pilgrimage from the mundane to the transcendent. But the secrets don't end there. Borobudur is not just a temple. It's a cosmic clock, an astronomical observatory carved in stone. Researchers have discovered that the monument is aligned with incredible precision. On the solstices, the rising sun aligns perfectly with specific points on the temple, illuminating certain stupas and gateways in a spectacular display of light and shadow. The very geometry of the structure is sacred. The ratio between the base, the terraces, and the central stupa follows complex mathematical principles, reflecting a deep understanding of cosmology and the order of the universe. Think about the sheer intellectual power required. These ancient architects were not just builders. They were astronomers, mathematicians, and philosophers. They oriented this massive structure to harmonize with the sun's path, creating a place where heaven and earth meet. Every year, during the festival of Vesak, which marks the Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and death, the full moon rises directly over the temple, a celestial event that seems to confirm Borobudur's role as a bridge between humanity and the cosmos. So, when you look at Borobudur, you're not just seeing a pile of stones. You're seeing the fossilized memory of a civilization's peak, you're seeing a testament to engineering that defies its time. A philosophical guide carved into a mountain, and a celestial instrument of immense scale and beauty. It's a story of how devotion, knowledge, and sheer determination can create something truly eternal. Something that continues to inspire awe and wonder more than a millennium later. Imagine, for a moment, a time when the world's greatest secrets were buried deep within the jungle, waiting to be rediscovered. In the heart of central Java, as the morning mist parts like a curtain, a colossal structure emerges. It's not just a temple, it's a cosmic mountain carved from millions of volcanic stones, a silent testament to a forgotten empire. This is Borobudur, a wonder of the ancient world that lay dormant for 1,000 years, wrapped in a blanket of volcanic ash and tropical green. For centuries, its story was whispered only by local folklore. Legends spoke of 100 statues, cursed and hidden. It wasn't until the early 19th century that the world began to awaken to its existence. When a British Lieutenant Governor, Thomas Stamford Raffles, heard the whispers and sent an expedition to find the fabled Hill of Many Buddhas, what they found was not a hill, but a man-made marvel, choked by vegetation, its intricate carvings obscured by layers of earth. Thus began the painstaking process of excavation, a monumental task to peel back the layers of time and reveal the largest Buddhist monument on earth. What secrets had it been guarding all this time? To understand Borobudur, we must travel back to the 8th and 9th centuries, to the golden age of the Sailendra Dynasty. This wasn't a remote, isolated kingdom. Central Java was a vibrant crossroads of civilizations, a bustling hub where ideas and goods from India, China, and across the Indonesian archipelago converged. The Sailendra rulers, whose name means Lords of the Mountain, were powerful patrons of Mahayana Buddhism, and they dreamed of creating a monument that would reflect the very structure of the cosmos. They chose a sacred and powerful location, a fertile plain nestled between the twin volcanoes, Merapi and Merbabuan, constantly smoking, the other sleeping. It was here, on a natural hill, that they would build their vision. They marshaled an incredible workforce and sourced 2 million blocks of andesite, a dark volcanic stone from the nearby rivers. These were not just random stones. They were destined to become part of a three-dimensional spiritual guide, a journey from the earthly realm of desire to the ultimate state of nirvana. The genius of Borobudur lies in its intricate design, a fusion of Indian artistic ideals and unparalleled Javanese craftsmanship. While the theological concepts of Buddhism arrived from India, particularly during the Gupta period, the execution was distinctly local. The artists of Java took these ideas and infused them with their own unique style, creating reliefs that are both deeply spiritual and vividly alive with scenes of daily life in ancient Java, from palaces and villages to ships sailing the open seas. Borobudur is designed as a single, massive stupa, a mandala in stone. Its structure is a physical representation of the Buddhist path to enlightenment. The journey begins at its base, the Kamadhatu, or the realm of desire. Here, a series of hidden reliefs, now covered by a stone embankment, depicted the world of cause and effect, where human passions lead to suffering. This foundation was intentionally concealed, symbolizing the base desires that one must overcome to begin the spiritual quest. As a pilgrim ascends, they enter the Rupadhatu, the realm of form. This section consists of 5 square terraces, their walls adorned with over 1,000 narrative panels. Walking clockwise along these open-air galleries is like reading a sacred book carved in stone. The reliefs tell the stories of the Buddha's life, from his miraculous birth to his first sermon, and illustrate tales from the Jatakos, recounting his previous lives. Every panel is a masterpiece of detail, capturing emotion, movement, and a profound sense of peace. The artists used a unique technique, creating figures that are both realistic and idealized, their serene expressions inviting contemplation. The journey continues upward to the Arupadhatu, the realm of formlessness. Here, the architecture transforms dramatically. The square terraces give way to 3 circular platforms. The ornate reliefs disappear, replaced by 72 latistupas, each one housing a statue of the Buddha. The open design of these stupas partially veils the figures within, symbolizing a state where earthly forms begin to dissolve. and the mind moves towards pure, unadorned truth. The world of shapes and stories falls away, leaving only the sky, the wind, and the silent presence of the enlightened ones. At the very pinnacle of the monument sits the great central stupa. Unlike the smaller stupas below, it is completely sealed. Its interior is empty. This powerful architectural statement represents the ultimate goal. Nirvana, it is the void, the absolute. A state beyond form and formlessness. A concept so profound it cannot be depicted. Only experienced, standing eerie at the summit of this stone mountain, you feel a profound connection to the cosmos, to the vision of its creators, and to the timeless journey of the human spirit. But around the year 930 CE, a mysterious silence fell over central Java. The great kingdom that built Borobudur seemed to vanish. The centers of power shifted to the east, and for reasons that are still debated by historians, perhaps a series of volcanic eruptions from nearby Mount Merapi, or a political shift away from Buddhism, Borobudur was abandoned. The jungles slowly crept back, and layers of volcanic ash rained down, entombing the great monument. For nearly 1,000 years, it slept, its intricate stories and spiritual wisdom hidden from the world. The reawakening of Borobudur in the 19th century was just the beginning of its second life. The initial clearings were followed by decades of restoration efforts, but the biggest challenge came in the 20th century. The monument was unstable, its foundations waterlogged, and its stones deteriorating. It was literally falling apart. In an unprecedented global effort, UNESCO launched a massive restoration project in the 1970s. Over 8 years, the entire monument was dismantled, block by block. A new, stable foundation with a sophisticated drainage system was built, and each of the million stones was cleaned, treated, and painstakingly reassembled like the world's most complex puzzle. Today, Borobudur stands not just as a monument to an ancient faith, but as a symbol of international cooperation and our shared human heritage. It is a place where pilgrims, tourists, and scholars from all corners of the globe come to walk its sacred paths. At sunrise, watching the first rays of light illuminate the stone Buddhas and the volcanic landscape beyond, you can feel the energy that has drawn people here for over a millennium. It's a journey back in time, a lesson in art and history, and a personal pilgrimage all in one. Borobudur is more than stone. It is an idea, a story, and a pathway awakened from its long slumber, continuing to inspire all who climb its steps. Did you know that one of the world's most magnificent ancient wonders has a secret buried deep beneath its visible structure? We're talking about Borobudur, the majestic Buddhist temple in Java, Indonesia. But this isn't just a story about beautiful stone carvings. It's a tale of hidden worlds, centuries of silence, and a dramatic rediscovery that changed history. Let's travel back to 1885. Archaeologists working at Borobudur made a startling discovery. While clearing the area around the temple's base, they found something no one had seen for centuries. A completely hidden level, a hidden foot buried beneath the massive stone platform that supports the entire structure. This wasn't just a foundation, it was an entire gallery of intricate carvings. This hidden level is known as the Kamadatu, which translates to the realm of desire. It consists of 160 exquisitely carved panels that tell the story of the Karmawibhanga Sutra. This ancient text illustrates one of the most fundamental concepts in Buddhism, the law of karma, or cause and effect. Each panel is a vivid depiction of human actions and their consequences. You see scenes of gossip leading to suffering, acts of kindness leading to rewards, and the entire cycle of human desire and its earthly results. It was a moral guidebook carved in stone, meant to be the first lesson for pilgrims starting their spiritual journey up the temple. So why was this incredible gallery hidden? The leading theory is that it was a structural necessity. The original design might have been too ambitious, and engineers at the time realized the massive weight of the upper terraces was causing the base to bulge and slide. To prevent a catastrophic collapse, they made a difficult decision. They covered the entire Kamadatu gallery with an additional stone encasement, turning it into a wider, more stable foundation. This act of preservation inadvertently created one of history's greatest architectural mysteries. After a brief period of study and documentation, the base was recovered to maintain the temple's stability. once again concealing the realm of desire from the world. It makes you wonder, what other secrets does Borobudur still hold? Buried beneath the earth. This act of burying a part of the temple foreshadowed a much larger event: the complete abandonment of Borobudur itself. To understand how this happened, we need to look at the shifting tides of history in Java. Was built around the 8th and 9th centuries during the golden age of the Sailendra Dynasty, a time when Buddhism flourished. For hundreds of years, it was a vibrant center for pilgrimage and worship. But by the 14th century, the political and religious landscape of Java was changing dramatically. Hindu-Buddhist kingdoms began to decline, and Islam started to gain influence across the archipelago. As the centers of power shifted, and the local population converted to a new faith, monuments like Borobudur lost their relevance. The great temple, once the heart of a spiritual kingdom, was left behind. Nature then began its slow, relentless process of reclaiming the site. Borobudur is located in a region surrounded by active volcanoes, including the infamous Mount Merapi. Over centuries, layers of volcanic ash rained down, burying the temple's lower levels. The relentless tropical jungle moved in, with vines and roots wrapping around the stone stupas, and trees growing right through the galleries. The magnificent structure slowly disappeared from view, transforming into a large, mysterious hill covered in dense vegetation. For the local Javanese people living nearby, the memory of a great temple faded into legend and folklore. They knew the hill was unusual, and they called it Buddha, which some scholars believe means mountain or monastery. It became a place of superstition, a haunted hill shrouded in tales of spirits and ancient curses. For nearly 500 years, Borobudur lay in silence, its glorious past forgotten, waiting under a blanket of ash and jungle for someone to uncover its story once again. That moment of rediscovery finally came in the early 19th century. During a brief period of British rule in Java, the man who set the wheels in motion was Sir Thomas Stamford Raffles, the British Lieutenant Governor of Java. Raffles was a man of immense curiosity, with a deep interest in the history and culture of the island. He had heard local tales and rumors about a massive, lost monument hidden somewhere in the Kedu Plain. In 1814, determined to find it, Raffles dispatched a Dutch engineer named H.C. Cornelius. What Cornelius found was not a temple, but a massive, overgrown hill. It was an enormous undertaking. He hired a team of 200 local villagers who, for over 2 months, worked tirelessly to cut down trees, clear away thorny bushes, and dig through tons of volcanic debris. Slowly, painstakingly, the magnificent structure of Borobudur began to emerge from the earth for the first time in centuries. Cornelius and his team were able to unearth enough of the temple to reveal its immense scale and grandeur. They created the first sketches and maps of the rediscovered monument, providing the modern world with its first glimpse of this forgotten wonder. However, the site was still in a perilous state, and the initial clearing work was just the beginning. Following the British period, the Dutch regained control of the region and continued the work. Throughout the late 1800s, a series of Dutch engineers and archaeologists took on the monumental task of documenting and attempting to restore The first photograph of the temple was taken in 1872, capturing its ruined but still majestic state. One of the most significant early restoration efforts was led by a Dutch engineer named Theodore van Nieppe in the early 20th century. He meticulously dismantled and rebuilt the upper terraces and the central stupa, saving the monument from imminent collapse. These early efforts by Raffles, Cornelius, and later the Dutch were crucial. They weren't just about excavation. They were about rescuing a masterpiece of human heritage from complete oblivion. They pieced together a puzzle that had been scattered for centuries, allowing future generations to witness the full glory of Borobudur. This story of loss and rediscovery adds another layer to the temple's profound spiritual narrative, a cycle of decay and rebirth, written in stone. From its hidden base to its centuries of silence and its dramatic reawakening, the story of Borobudur is as complex and layered as the temple itself. It's a powerful reminder that even the greatest achievements can be lost to time, but with curiosity and dedication, they can be brought back to life to inspire us all. Have you ever heard of a magnificent temple, lost to the world for centuries, hidden under volcanic ash and jungle growth in the heart of Java? This is the story of Borobudur, a colossal monument that whispers tales of ancient kings, cosmic balance, and a rediscovery that would captivate the world. For nearly 1,000 years, this Buddha's marvel lay dormant, a silent giant, swallowed by the very island it was built to sanctify. Local villagers knew of its existence, weaving myths about a cursed hill, but its true identity and grandeur were forgotten. It was a sleeping titan, waiting for the right moment to reawaken. That moment arrived in 1814. The British had temporarily taken control of Java from the Dutch, and its governor, a man with a deep fascination for the island's history, was Sir Thomas Stamford Raffles. You might know his name from the founding of Singapore, but his legacy in Java is just as profound. When locals told him tales of a massive, buried hill of statues, Raffles's curiosity was piqued. He couldn't go himself, but he dispatched a Dutch engineer, Herman Cornelius, with 200 men to investigate. Imagine the scene: a dense, tropical jungle, the air thick with humidity, the ground a tangled mess of roots and volcanic soil. Cornelius and his team began the arduous task of clearing the land. For 2 long months, they hacked away at the relentless vegetation and dug through layers of earth. Slowly, painstakingly, the jungle began to give up its secret. One by one, ornate carvings and serene Buddha statues emerged from the dirt. What they were uncovering wasn't just a hill. It was the upper terraces of a gigantic, man-made pyramid. The scale of the discovery was breathtaking. Cornelius could unfully excavate the entire structure. The risk of collapse was too great, but his initial work and detailed sketches provided the first modern glimpse into Borobudur's lost glory. He had pulled back the curtain on a masterpiece of human ingenuity that had been silent for centuries. Following the British period, the Dutch returned to power in Java and continued the slow work of uncovering Buddha. Throughout the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a series of engineers and archaeologists contributed to the effort. They created the first photographs and more detailed maps, documenting the thousands of narrative relief panels that wrapped around the temple's galleries. These early restoration attempts were a mixed bag. One of the first major cleanups, led by the Dutch engineer Christian van Eerp, between 1907 and 1911, focused on rebuilding the main stupa at the top and securing unstable sections. While his intentions were good, the techniques of the time were limited. They used cement to fill gaps and made structural changes that, while stabilizing the monument in the short term, inadvertently created new problems. Water, the temple's greatest enemy, became trapped within the structure, weakening the stones and accelerating decay. The monument was freed from the jungle, but it was now facing a new, more insidious threat from within. By the mid-20th century, Borobudur was in a perilous state. The foundations were subsiding, the walls were leaning, and the intricate carvings were being eroded by water and microorganisms. The monument was, quite literally, falling apart. It became clear that a small-scale piecemeal approach wouldn't be enough. A radical, ambitious, and unprecedented plan was needed to save it for future generations. This brings us to what is now known as the Great Restoration. In the late 1960s, the Indonesian government, recognizing the immense cultural and historical value of Borobudur, made a global appeal for help. The world listened. UNESCO, the United Nations cultural organization, stepped in, launching an international campaign to save Borobudur. The project, which ran from 1975 to 1982, was a marvel of modern engineering and international cooperation. It was one of the most complex and ambitious archaeological restoration projects ever undertaken. The plan was audacious: to take the entire lower section of the temple apart, stone by stone, and then put it back together again. Over the course of 7 years, an army of workers, engineers, and conservation experts meticulously dismantled the square terraces of Borobudur. More than 1 million individual andesite stone blocks were carefully removed, numbered, and cataloged. It was like solving the world's largest and most sacred jigsaw puzzle. Each stone was then taken to on-site laboratories where it underwent a painstaking cleaning process. Centuries of grime, moss, and lichen were gently removed to reveal the pristine detail of the carvings beneath. Damaged stones were repaired, and a sophisticated computer system was used to track every single piece, ensuring each one would return to its exact original position. But the most critical innovation was happening beneath the surface. To solve the temple's chronic water problem, the engineers designed and installed a complex, multi-layered drainage system within the monument itself. They laid waterproof layers and embedded pipes to channel rainwater away from the core of the structure, preventing water from seeping into the foundations and weakening the stones. This was the key to ensuring Borobudur's long-term survival. Finally, the colossal task of reassembly began. Using cranes and sheer manpower, the 1 million stones were put back into place, fitting together perfectly without a single drop of mortar, just as their ancient builders had intended. The Great Restoration was a triumph, a seamless fusion of 9th century artistry and 20th century science. In 1991, in recognition of its universal value and the success of this incredible project, Borobudur was officially designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So, what makes Borobudur such an engineering masterpiece? Let's talk numbers. The temple is built from an estimated 2 million blocks of volcanic stone, with a total volume of around 55,000 cubic meters. Its base measures a staggering 123 by 123 meters, and it rises to a height of about 35 meters. It's not just big, it's brilliantly designed. The ancient builders used an interlocking technique, carving the stones with knobs and indentations so they would fit together snugly, relying on gravity and friction alone to hold the massive structure in place. No mortar, no cement, just pure precision. This allowed the structure to have a degree of flexibility, which has helped it withstand earthquakes for over 1,000 years. But the genius of Borobudur goes beyond its physical construction. The entire monument is a three-dimensional mandala, a symbolic representation of the Buddhist cosmos. Its very proportions are deliberate. The ratio of the different levels, the number of statues, and the layout of the terraces all adhere to sacred mathematical principles, representing the path from the earthly realm of desire to the ultimate state of nirvana. Furthermore, the temple is aligned with celestial bodies. Its primary axis is oriented with remarkable accuracy, and scholars believe its design incorporates astronomical knowledge, tracking the cycles of the sun and moon. Borobudur isn't just a building, it's a cosmic diagram, a stone calendar, and a spiritual guide, all in one. It's a testament to an age where science, art, and faith were inextricably linked. From a forgotten ruin swallowed by the jungle to a global icon of cultural heritage, the story of Borobudur is a powerful reminder of what we can lose to time and what we can achieve when we come together to preserve it. In the heart of Java, an island of volcanoes and ancient traditions, a stone mountain rises from a sea of green. This is Borobudur, a silent giant that has weathered 1,000 years of history. For centuries, it lay dormant, a magnificent ruin shrouded in volcanic ash and jungle growth. But today, the silence is broken. A spiritual pulse is returning to these sacred stones, and a journey that began a millennium ago is starting anew. Cut to vibrant footage of the Vesak Day festival. Thousands of people are gathered, holding candles, walking in procession. This is Vesak Day at Borobudur, the most significant day in the Buddhist calendar, celebrating the birth, enlightenment, and passing of the Buddha. For decades, this was a quiet affair, but now, tens of thousands of pilgrims from across Indonesia and the world flock here. Their chants echo through the night, their candles creating a river of light that flows towards the great temple. It's a powerful sight. Borobudur is no longer just a monument to be admired from a distance. It has become a living, breathing center of faith once more. This isn't just a festival. It's the heartbeat of a spiritual reawakening in a land where this ancient faith is finding new roots. Scene transitions to local artisans and cultural life around Borobudur. But the soul of Borobudur extends far beyond its stone terraces. It lives in the very fabric of the Javanese culture that surrounds it. You can see its influence in the intricate patterns of a hand-drawn batik, where lotus flowers and cosmic mandalas echo the temple's own designs. You can hear it in the gentle melodies of the gamelan, and see it in the elegant curves of traditional Javanese architecture. The spirit of Borobudur is woven into the daily lives of the people who call this land home. It's a legacy not just carved in stone, but painted on cloth, played in music, and lived in the community. Shots of the nearby Mendet and Pawan temples, perhaps showing their smaller, more intimate scale. The journey to Borobudur doesn't actually begin at its base. It starts kilometers away, part of a sacred triad of temples. First, there is Buddha Temple. Inside, a magnificent 3-meter-tall statue of the Buddha sits, flanked by 2 bodhisattvas. It is here that the spiritual journey begins, a place for purification. A short walk brings you to Pawan Temple, a small, jewel-like structure believed to be a porch or antechamber. To Borobudur itself, it's a place to cleanse the mind and spirit before approaching the main sanctuary. These 3 temples are not separate entities. They are aligned on a single straight line, forming a ritual path. This path symbolizes the journey of the human soul, from the worldly desires represented at the base of through purification at Pawan and Mendit, to ultimate enlightenment at the very top. It's a pilgrimage etched into the landscape itself. Begin climbing Borobudur visually, from the bas reliefs to the upper terraces. To ascend Borobudur is to walk through the cosmos. The journey starts at the base, the Kamadatu, the realm of desire. Here, the reliefs are hidden, symbolizing the unwholesome world we must leave behind. As we climb to the square terraces of the Rupadatu, the realm of form, we are surrounded by over 1,000 carved panels depicting the life of the Buddha and tales from Jataka stories. Each panel is a lesson, a meditation on the path to wisdom and compassion. The level of detail is staggering. Every expression, every gesture, carved with profound artistry and devotion. This is storytelling on a monumental scale, a stone encyclopedia of Buddhist teachings. It's a visual sermon that has guided pilgrims for centuries. Arrive at the circular upper terraces with the bell-shaped stupas. And then, as you emerge onto the upper circular terraces, everything changes. The intricate carvings disappear. The world opens up to the sky. This is the Arupadatu, the realm of formlessness. Here, 72 perforated stupas, like celestial bells, house statues of the Buddha. They are visible, yet partly concealed, representing a reality that is beyond form and perception. You are no longer looking at stories. You are entering a state of being. The architecture itself guides you into a meditative state, a profound sense of peace. The air is different up here, quieter, closer to the heavens. Focus on the central, sealed stupa at the very top. At the very summit stands the great central stupa. Unlike the others, it is completely sealed. Its interior is empty. This is the ultimate symbol of Nirvana, the final goal, the release from the cycle of life and death. It represents an enlightenment so complete that it cannot be depicted. A truth so profound it can only be experienced as emptiness, as pure potential. Standing there surrounded by the volcanic peaks of Java, you feel a powerful connection between the earth below and the vast sky above. Borobudur acts as a bridge, a conduit between our human world and the divine. Stunning aerial shots of Borobudur at dusk. The light is golden and soft, casting long shadows. The camera circles the monument slowly. As dusk settles over the Kedu plain, the stones of Borobudur seem to absorb the last light of day. For 1,000 years, this monument has stood as a testament to human faith, artistry, and the quest for meaning. It has been buried and rediscovered, abandoned and re-embraced. It is a masterpiece of sacred geometry, a cosmic diagram in stone, and a story of spiritual awakening that continues to unfold. The stones of Borobudur do not speak yet. They remember everything. They remembered the hands that carved them, the pilgrims who walked them, and the silence of the centuries. Have you ever looked at an ancient monument and wondered, how did they do that? It's a question that echoes through the halls of history, and nowhere does it resonate more profoundly than at Borobudur, the world's largest Buddhist temple. This isn't just a pile of stones. It's a cosmic masterpiece, a silent sermon etched in volcanic rock. And today, we're going to unravel its deepest secrets. Imagine, for a moment, standing here in central Java, Indonesia. As the sun rises on the winter solstice, something magical happens. The first light of dawn doesn't just illuminate the temple. It aligns perfectly with it, piercing through stupas and gateways in a celestial spectacle planned over 1,000 years ago. This isn't a coincidence. This is sacred geometry on a scale that's almost impossible to comprehend. Archaeologists and astronomers have spent decades studying Borobudur's design. What they've found is breathtaking. The entire structure is a three-dimensional mandala, a spiritual map of the cosmos. It represents the journey from the world of desire, the Kamadhatu at its base, through the world of forms, the Rupa, and finally, to the formless world of enlightenment, the Arupadhatu, at its peak. Each level, each panel, each statue is placed with mathematical precision, reflecting cosmic principles and the path to nirvana. The temple is built around a central hill, using an intricate system of interlocking andesite blocks, without any mortars. Think of it like the world's most complex Lego set, but with 2 million stones. The layout forms a perfect square from above, with circular terraces at the top. This combination of square and circles symbolizes the union of earth and heaven. It's a physical representation of a spiritual concept, a place where the earthly realm meets the divine. But how did its builders, the Sailendra Dynasty, achieve such incredible precision back in the 9th century? They didn't have GPS or laser levels. They had an incredible understanding of astronomy, mathematics, and engineering. They observed the sun's path, the stars, and they encoded that knowledge into the very fabric of this monument. For example, the number of stupas and statues isn't random. De 72 bell-shaped stupas. On the upper terraces, each containing a statue of the Buddha, are believed to represent stages on the path to enlightenment. Their arrangement is a complex geometric and numerological puzzle that scholars are still working to fully decode. This incredible monument was lost to the world for centuries, buried under volcanic ash and jungle growth. When it was rediscovered in the 19th century, it was in a state of near total collapse. This began one of the most ambitious conservation projects in history. The first major restoration was a massive undertaking, but it was the effort led by UNESCO in the 1970s that truly saved Borobudur for future generations. This wasn't just a simple cleanup. It was a monumental challenge. Engineers had to completely dismantle the lower terraces of the temple, stone by stone. That's over 1 million individual blocks. Each one was catalogued, cleaned, treated, and then painstakingly reassembled. Underneath, they installed a complex modern drainage system to solve the biggest threat to the temple. Rainwater had been seeping into the core of the hill, weakening the structure and causing the intricate carvings to erode. This multi-million-dollar, decade-long project was an unprecedented international collaboration, a testament to the world's commitment to preserving our shared heritage. Thanks to these efforts, Borobudur was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1991. But the work of conservation never truly ends. Today, the temple faces a new set of challenges, many of them brought by its own popularity. Millions of visitors flock here every year, and while their awe is understandable, their footsteps take a toll. The wear and tear on the stone stairways and pathways is a serious concern. The oils and sweat from hands touching the delicate relief panels can cause long-term damage. Then there's the environment. Borobudur is located in a seismically active region, and the nearby Mount Merapi is one of Indonesia's most active volcanoes. Volcanic ash, while it once protected the temple, is now a corrosive threat that can damage the stone's surface. Acid rain and the effects of climate change add another layer of complexity. So, how do we protect this treasure for the next 1,000 years? The answer lies in sustainable tourism. The authorities have implemented new regulations to manage the flow of visitors. For instance, climbing to the upper levels of the temple is now restricted, with special access granted to smaller, guided groups. To minimize impact, they're also encouraging visitors to explore the wider Borobudur cultural landscape, spreading the economic benefits to local communities and reducing pressure on the main site. Conservationists are constantly monitoring the temple's health, using advanced technology to track changes in the stone and structure. They're also pioneering new, non-invasive cleaning techniques to remove moss, lichen, and volcanic dust without harming the ancient rock. It's a delicate balancing act, sharing this wonder with the world while ensuring its survival. Borobudur is more than a tourist destination. It is a living monument, a center for Buddhist pilgrimage, and a source of national pride for Indonesia. It's a testament to human ingenuity, artistic expression, and spiritual devotion. From its cosmic alignments to the modern-day struggle for its preservation, the story of Borobudur is a story of resilience. It reminds us that what we build can last for millennia, but only if we commit to protecting it. It's a shared responsibility, not just for Indonesia, but for all of humanity. So the next time you see a picture of Borobudur serene stupas against a dawn sky, remember the layers of meaning beneath the surface. Remember the ancient astronomers who mapped the heavens, the engineers who defied gravity, and the modern-day guardians who fight tirelessly to keep its story alive. If you've ever seen a picture of Indonesia, chances are you've seen the breathtaking sight of Borobudur Temple at sunrise, with mist swirling around its ancient stupas. It's an image that captures the imagination, a symbol of serenity and history. But behind this iconic view lies a complex story of survival, conservation, and adaptation in the modern world. Today, we're going deep into the story of Borobudur in the 21st century. How is this nearly 1,200-year-old monument being protected? What is its role in modern Indonesia? And what is it really like to visit today? Let's explore the living legacy of Borobudur. First, let's talk about the incredible effort it takes to keep Borobudur standing. This isn't just an old pile of rocks. It's a masterpiece of volcanic andesite stone, intricately carved and assembled without any mortars. But its very construction makes it vulnerable. The biggest threats: water and people. Rainwater, especially in this tropical climate, seeps into the cracks between the stones. Over time, this causes erosion and encourages the growth of moss and lichen, which can damage the delicate reliefs. Think of it like a constant, slow-motion battle against nature. This is where modern conservation steps in. A story that really gained momentum with a massive restoration project in the 1970s, led by the Indonesian government and UNESCO. This monumental effort, which took nearly a decade, essentially involved taking the temple apart and putting it back together again. Imagine that. Engineers installed a new, sophisticated drainage system within the hill to channel water away from the stone foundations. They cleaned every single one of the over 2 million stone blocks and treated them to prevent further decay. It was this incredible project that earned Borobudur its status as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1991, recognizing it as a treasure for all of humanity. But the work didn't stop there. Conservation is an ongoing process. Today, experts constantly monitor the temple's structural integrity, study the impact of climate change, and research the best ways to protect the stone from the elements. However, one of the biggest challenges today isn't just natural erosion, but human erosion. For years, millions of visitors would climb the temple's narrow staircases and walk across its terraces. The constant foot traffic was literally wearing down the stone. The soles of our shoes, step by step, were erasing history. You could see it in the smoothed-out surfaces of the stairways and the fading details on the floors. To protect the monument, a tough decision was made. Now, visitors are no longer allowed to climb to the upper levels of the temple structure itself. This was a crucial, if controversial, move to preserve the monument for future generations. It's a classic dilemma in heritage management. How do you balance access with preservation? This brings us to Borobudur's role in the 21st century. It's not just a historical site, it's a cornerstone of Indonesia's national tourism strategy. The government has designated Borobudur as one of its super priority tourism destinations. This means massive investment is flowing into the region, not just for the temple itself, but for the entire surrounding area of Magelang and the nearby city of Yogyakarta. The goal is to create a world-class tourism ecosystem. This includes building new infrastructure like better roads and the Yogyakarta International Airport, as well as developing new attractions, hotels, and services around the temple complex. The idea is to encourage visitors to stay longer and explore more of what the region has to offer, spreading the economic benefits beyond just the temple gates. This development is transforming the local landscape. The area around Borobudur, known as the Kedu Plain, is incredibly fertile and scenic, dotted with villages, rice paddies, and lush hills. The new tourism strategy aims to highlight this. You'll find a growing number of community-based tourism initiatives. Villages are opening up homestays, offering cycling tours through the countryside, and teaching workshops on local crafts like pottery and batik making. This creates a more authentic experience for tourists and, crucially, ensures that the local community directly benefits from the temple's fame. It's a model for sustainable tourism, where the monument's preservation is linked to the well-being of the people who live in its shadow. So, what is it actually like to visit Borobudur today? Let's get into the practical details. Before the climbing restrictions, the temple saw millions of visitors a year. Now, the experience is more managed. While you can't climb the structure, you can explore the vast temple grounds and courtyard, which still offers magnificent views of the entire monument. From this perspective, you can truly appreciate its scale and grandeur against the backdrop of volcanoes. The best times to visit are early in the morning or late in the afternoon to avoid the midday heat and the biggest crowds. And yes, the sunrise is still magical. There are special sunrise tickets that allow you to enter the complex before the general opening hours. While you no longer watch the sunrise from the top of the temple, you can experience it from the courtyard or nearby hills, which offer spectacular panoramic views. Many argue this perspective is even better, as you get to see the first light hit the entire temple structure. A regular visit allows you to walk around the base and the park, admiring the architecture and the lower-level narrative reliefs from a respectful distance. You can hire a local guide who can bring the stories carved into the stone to life, explaining the Buddhist teachings they represent. It's a different experience than before, but one that is more contemplative and sustainable. The visitor experience is now divided into zones. Zone 1 is the temple monument itself, which is restricted. Zone 2 is the temple yard, the large grassy area surrounding the structure where visitors can walk, take photos, and absorb the atmosphere. This is where most visitors will spend their time. Beyond that, the broader park complex includes museums, restaurants, and souvenir areas. The local economy is vibrant here. Just outside the main gates, you will find a sprawling market where local vendors sell everything from crafts and clothing to food and drinks. Engaging with these vendors is part of the experience, and a great way to support the community directly. In conclusion, Borobudur today is a fascinating case study in modern heritage management. It's a place where ancient spirituality meets 21st century challenges. The efforts to conserve its delicate stone, manage the impact of millions of admirers, and integrate it into a sustainable economic future for the region are truly monumental. It's a balancing act between protecting the past and embracing the future. Visiting Borobudur is no longer just about climbing to the top. It's about understanding its fragility, appreciating the immense effort of its conservation, and connecting with the living culture that surrounds it. It remains a place of profound beauty and importance, a beacon of history shining brightly in the modern world. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're journeying to the heart of Java, Indonesia, to explore a monument that's not just a relic of the past, but a vibrant centerpiece of the future. The magnificent Borobudur Temple. We all know its ancient history, but what does Borobudur look like in the 21st century? How is it evolving? And what does the experience of visiting feel like right now? Stick around, because we're about to find out. For centuries, Borobudur has stood as a silent testament to a bygone era, a sprawling mandala of stone whispering tales of Buddhist cosmology. But today, it's anything but silent. The Indonesian government has designated Borobudur as one of its super priority tourism destinations. This isn't just a fancy title. It is a multi-billion-dollar commitment to transforming not only the temple complex, but the entire surrounding region. Think of it as a master plan to elevate this world wonder into a world-class travel experience, rivaling any other major global landmark. So, what does this super priority status actually mean for a visitor? It means infrastructure. New roads are being paved, and the nearby Yogyakarta International Airport has been significantly upgraded, making access smoother and faster than ever before. There is also the development of supporting attractions around the nearby city of Magelang and the cultural hub of Yogyakarta. The idea is to create a complete tourism ecosystem, where you don't just fly and see the temple and fly out. The government wants you to stay, explore the lush countryside, discover local arts and crafts, and immerse yourself in Javanese culture. This strategy aims to distribute the economic benefits of tourism beyond the temple gates and into the hands of local communities. Now, let's talk about the on-the-ground experience, because that's what really matters when you're planning a trip. Visiting Borobudur has changed quite a bit in recent years, especially post-pandemic. First, visitor numbers are carefully managed to protect the monument. Before, millions would swarm the structure annually, but now there are stricter quotas, especially for those who want to climb the temple itself. This is a crucial conservation effort. The delicate volcanic stone reliefs were never designed for the footfall of millions of tourists wearing modern shoes. So, while it might mean planning ahead is more important, it also results in a much more intimate and respectful experience for those who do visit. Currently, access is often divided into different zones. There's the temple grounds or park area, which is more broadly accessible. And then there's the structure of the temple itself. To actually ascend the terraces of Borobudur, you often need a special ticket, are required to wear specific sandals provided on site to protect the stone, and are always accompanied by a local guide. This guided access is fantastic because it's not just about crowd control, it's about context. Your guide will explain the stories carved into the stone panels, pointing out details you'd almost certainly miss on your own. It transforms the climb from a simple sightseeing activity into a profound journey through Buddhist teachings. One of the most legendary Borobudur experiences is watching the sunrise. Is it worth the super early wake-up call? Absolutely, but it's a different experience now. For a long time, the classic sunrise view was from the top. Due to conservation efforts, this is often restricted. Instead, many sunrise tours now take you to nearby hills, like Puncak Sitambu, which offered a breathtaking panoramic view of Borobudur, emerging from the morning mist, with volcanoes Merapi and Merbabu painting a dramatic backdrop. It's a photographer's dream. Then, after the sun is up, you head to the temple itself as it opens, often being among the first of the day's visitors. A regular daytime visit is also incredible, giving you more time to appreciate the intricate details of the reliefs in the bright sunlight. My advice? If you have time, do both. The misty, ethereal sunrise view and the detailed, sun-drenched daytime exploration are two totally different, equally magical experiences. The development around Borobudur is also having a huge impact on the local economy. For generations, the communities and villages like Wanareo and Karangreo have lived in the shadow of the temple. Now, they're at the forefront of the tourism experience. You'll find charming homestays, local Iran cafes, serving delicious Javanese coffee, and workshops where you can try your hand at making pottery or batik. This community-based tourism is a core part of the new strategy. When you rent a bicycle to explore the villages, buy a handmade souvenir, or eat at a local warring, you are directly contributing to the families who call this incredible place home. It creates a beautiful symbiosis. The temple sustains the community, and the community enriches the visitor experience, making your trip feel more authentic and meaningful. So, what does the future hold? The vision is for a sustainable, high-quality tourism destination. There are plans for electric-powered transport within the temple zone to reduce pollution, enhanced digital interpretation tools to bring the stories on the walls to life, and even more integration with the surrounding natural and cultural attractions. The goal is to preserve Borobudur's sanctity while allowing the world to experience its wonder. It's a delicate balancing act, but one that seems to be heading in a very positive direction. Borobudur is no longer just a monument to be looked at. It's a living, breathing destination that invites you to participate in its story. Visiting Borobudur today is about more than just ticking a box on your bucket list. It's about witnessing a World Heritage Site in the midst of a thoughtful, sustainable transformation. It's a chance to see ancient wisdom and modern vision come together. You'll experience the serenity of its stones, the warmth of its people, and the breathtaking beauty of the Javanese landscape. It's an experience that connects you not just to history, but to a community and a country looking proudly toward the future. Have you ever seen a mountain? Not one made by nature, but one carved by human hands and devotion. A mountain that tells a story, a universe in stone. We're journeying to the heart of Java, Indonesia, to unravel the mysteries of Borobudur, the world's largest Buddhist temple. This isn't just a pile of rocks. It's a masterpiece of engineering, a spiritual roadmap, and a cosmic clock, all rolled into one. How did a 9th century civilization build this colossal monument without modern machinery or even mortars? And what secrets lie hidden within its layers? Beneath the surface we'll see. Stick with me as we dig deep into the stones of memory, explore its hidden realms, and decode the sacred geometry of Borobudur. Our story begins over 1,000 years ago, during the reign of the Sailendra Dynasty. Imagine this landscape, not with tourist buses, but with the echo of chisels and the sweat of thousands of workers. The very first step was quarrying. An estimated 2 million blocks of gray andesite, a type of volcanic stone, were hewn from nearby riverbeds and quarries. Think about that, 2 million stones, each one a testament to human effort. These massive blocks, some weighing hundreds of pounds, were then transported to the site. How? Historians believe they used a combination of log rollers, ropes, and sheer manpower. It was a slow, arduous procession, a pilgrimage of stone before the temple even took shape. Once on site, the real magic began. These stones weren't just stacked. They were intricately carved and fitted together like a colossal 3D puzzle. Look closely at the walls. You'll notice they use a system of interlocking knobs, grooves, and dovetails. This ingenious joinery is what holds the entire structure together. There is no cement, no mortar, nothing binding these stones but gravity and masterful craftsmanship. Each block was carved with such precision that they fit seamlessly. And we're not just talking about simple blocks. The temple is adorned with 2,672 relief panels and 504 Buddhist statues. Each panel is a narrative, a scene from a sacred text. Each statue is a meditation in stone. The sculptors were not just artisans. They were storytellers, theologians, their chisels bringing Buddhist philosophy to life. The scale of this coordinated effort, from quarrying to the final intricate carving, it was a project that likely spanned generations, a collective dream realized in volcanic rock. Now, let's peel back the layers. Because Borobudur is designed as a three-dimensional mandala, a map of the Buddhist cosmos that you physically walk through, the journey begins at the base. A part of the temple many visitors miss. It's called the Kamadhatu, or the realm of desire. This level is actually hidden from view, encased by a massive stone buttress built shortly after the temple's completion, possibly to prevent the whole structure from slumping. But archaeologists have uncovered this hidden foot, revealing a series of panels depicting the world of cause and effect, where beings are bound by earthly passions and desires. It's a powerful, almost unsettling depiction of worldly life. Why was it covered? Was it for structural reasons? Or were these teachings considered Torah, meant only for the most initiated? The mystery remains part of its allure. As we ascend, we enter the Rupadhatu, the realm of form. This consists of the 5 square terraces that form the main body of the temple. Here, the stone reliefs shift their focus. They narrate the life story of Prince Siddhartha on his path to becoming the Buddha, as well as talis from his previous lives, known as the Jataka talis. Walking along these corridors is like reading a sacred book written in stone. You are meant to walk clockwise, keeping the monument to your right, Pisikali, reenacting the path to enlightenment. The sheer detail is astonishing. You see stories of compassion, sacrifice, and wisdom unfolding panel by panel. It's an immersive experience, designed to purify the mind from worldly attachments as you climb higher. The air feels different here. The vistas open up, and you feel yourself leaving the chaotic world of desire behind. Finally, we reach the summit, the Arupatu, or the realm of formlessness. The architecture changes dramatically. The square terraces give way to 3 circular platforms. The intricate, narrative reliefs disappear. Here, you find 72 bell-shaped stupas, each one perforated with diamond-shaped holes. Inside each stupa sits a serene statue of the Buddha, partially veiled, visible, but not fully revealed. This symbolizes the state of near enlightenment, where one is no longer bound by earthly form or desire, but has not yet reached absolute nirvana. It's a world of pure spirit. At the very center stands the main, sealed stupa. Its interior is empty, representing the ultimate goal. Nirvana, the complete void, the absolute truth, which is beyond form and comprehension. Standing air is surrounded by the sky and the distant volcanoes. You truly feel a sense of peace, a sense of arrival. The entire journey, from the hidden base to the empty stupa, is a physical and spiritual pilgrimage from the profane to the sacred. But Borobudur's genius isn't just philosophical. It's also deeply astronomical and mathematical. This is not a randomly placed structure. Archaeologists and archaeoastronomers have discovered that the temple is aligned with astonishing precision. During certain times of the year, like the equinoxes and solstices, the rising sun aligns perfectly with specific points in the temple, illuminating certain statues For example, during the summer solstice, the sun rises directly over the northeast corner. This suggests the builders had a sophisticated understanding of solar paths and used the temple as a massive celestial clock or calendar, likely to determine the timing for important agricultural and religious festivals. Furthermore, the entire layout is a marvel of sacred geometry. The design isn't just beautiful, it's deeply symbolic and mathematically coherent. The ratio between the different levels, the dimensions of the terraces, and the placement of the stupas all seem to follow complex geometric principles. Some researchers have suggested that the design incorporates fractal patterns, where the shape of the whole is repeated in its parts, reflecting the Buddhist concept of the universe in a grain of sand. The ratio of the three realms, Kamadhatu, Rupadhatu, and Arupadhatu is roughly 1:3 to 1. A proportion that holds significance in numerology. When viewed from above, the temple forms a perfect mandala, a geometric symbol representing the cosmos. The square base represents the earth, and the circular top represents heaven. The entire structure is a bridge between the two, a microcosm of the universe itself. This wasn't just construction, it was a form of prayer, a way of harmonizing human creation with divine and cosmic order. So, Borobudur is far more than an ancient ruin. It is a book of wisdom, a calendar of the cosmos, and an architectural miracle. It's a testament to a time when art, science, and spirituality were one and the same. From the hidden foot depicting our earthly struggles to the empty stupa, symbolizing ultimate liberation, it invites us on a journey not just up its stone steps, but deep within ourselves. It reminds us that even the heaviest stones can be lifted and shaped by a powerful vision, and that the grandest structures are built not just with hands, but with heart and soul. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey. If you were moved by its story and beauty, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to our channel for more explorations of the world's most amazing places. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you on the next adventure.